and hopeful of his return shortly. Here's a drive and a feed back to Omier, and he will score against Robbie Barron. So Norchad Omier, the junior from Nicaragua, who came off the bench and was terrific on Wednesday night against Clemson.
And he's got the kind of size that they need against this Miami team defensively.
Barron a triple. Sean Pedulla's averaged 29 points in the last 2 ball games for these Hokies. He's 9 of his last, now 17 from 3 with the miss there. 3 ball at the other end, and Pack dials that one home.
That's the kind of threes you want Miami to take. Those contested threes before they're able to get the ball in the lane.
Nickel a 3. Tyler Nickel had 24 the other night, including 5 threes in the win against Clemson. Courtside here tonight for the first of 2 meetings in the next 3 weeks between Virginia Tech and Miami. And both teams are already dialing long distance here early. Here's Pedulla, a 2-pointer that's good. Clemson in here by 15 on Wednesday night, shooting 54% from the floor. Omier missed a chippy.
And Omier won't miss many of those, but Virginia Tech also shot better than 50% from the 3-point line. Wow.
Is that good?
I mean, he is shooting with so much confidence right now.
Omier on the drive. Poteet bothered it enough in his last 2. And he has not skipped a beat on a Saturday night.
The Hurricanes just cold here early, but Mekhi Long did a nice job with the block out.
Pedulla's return to the lineup. He'll kick it across for Nichols' 3. Keyshawn George, who wears number 7 for Miami. Here's Matthew Cleveland with 7 to shoot on the drive. Jumper got bothered by Long, and finally Pedulla.
Boy, really nice defense by Long, and it's not too often you see a guard rip the ball out of the hands of Norchad Omier.
Look at Kidd, the turn and score. First field goal for 6'10" senior transfer Lynn Kidd.
You got plenty of technology at the table?
Absolutely.
Okay, gotcha. 9.5 to go. 9-point lead. Cleveland dials up a 3. Here's Collins. Pedulla spinning through against George and got it slapped out of there. Now here's Miami, quick transition, and Cleveland the dunk. Wow. On Miami, but here's a pretty good transition off the George block.
Well, it's an off the block, but what a great job Omier did.
And here is Pedulla. Keyshawn George tagging him defensively. Tough shot. Pedulla got it back and scores right there in front.
Well, Pedulla was looking for a foul.
It's Bensley Joseph who steps in front of that. 6-point lead. Oh, Poplar clutch from the logo. He'll drive to the basket and leave it for Omier. 7-2 run by Miami.
Oh!
Cleveland! Wow! Eye level at the iron. He punches home his 3rd field goal chance.
Well, watch here as Joseph drives into the lane. Barron has to come and help. And if it doesn't pick up guys on the backside, you're in trouble.
Young man from Pace Academy in Atlanta was eyeballing the iron when he set it down. There's Robbie Barron knocking down a 3.
For both teams.
Right. Kidd. Here's Nickel. Pedulla heaves and hits.
Now, Pedulla was standing there waiting for the ball. He's a pretty good 3-point shooter. Comes in at 43%. Has missed both of his attempts today.
Look at Poplar airball one. The Cleveland rebounds. And he's going to draw a foul from Mekhi Long and get one more.
Rim. I think it hits the rim. That's almost like a pass. If it hits the rim, the Hokies are in pretty good position for rebounding.
Collins. Matthew Cleveland working on career point 1,000. Needs just one more. There's a little soft layup by Sean Pedulla. He's got a dozen here, Dan. First half on his 5th field goal. Without Hunter Couture tonight, they may need all these, right? You leave a 13.5-point average off the floor tonight. And there's a drive and score by Nijel Pack. He's got 7 now.
The scoreboard, you would think Virginia Tech was up by many more points.
Inside and a drive and another basket, Pedulla.
You know, they really ought to consider guarding him, Wes.
Joseph threw it away. Turned over to Pedulla. He's got Nickel ahead here in transition. He'll go all the way to the basket and roll it in.
Yes, absolutely, but he should have by now lost the element of surprise. He gets the ball and he shoots it, Wes.
There is Poplar. the junior from Philadelphia. Pack will run it down. Under a minute to play in Miami in transition with Cleveland to the basket and the layup. Boy, Jim Larinaga, Keyshawn George to put it in play. Does so. Here is a three out of the corner by Poplar. Recovered by Pack, and he laid it in. And a foul, too?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. To go. How about this, Dan?
Well, this is another very tough shot, and again, it's an air ball. If that's not an air ball, Virginia...
2-0 on the Omier basket.
Yeah, they led for a minute.
Yep. Here is Cleveland, a fall away, and Miami in front to start the second half. That's 14 tonight since the opening 2 minutes, Dan.
And there's the ball in the lane area with the jump shot.
Lob inside. Lynn Kidd got one shot, make it 2 on the night. Miami won both meetings. They've won 5 of the last 8 in the series. 3-ball Pack rings the bell. 13 now for Nijel Pack, who had 25.
Omier has 2 fouls on him. They really need to try to find Kidd.
There's Lynn Kidd for the dunk. Pedulla. Keyshawn George runs at him. He's starting the second half.
Pedulla really likes that hook pass, and he's thrown 3 of them away tonight.
George, a 3.
Turn the ball over, Wes. You let Miami get out in transition, and they really like the 3 in transition.
Here's Kidd. Now Nickel. Front rim miss.
He hurried that one, Wes. In the first half, his first couple, he had his feet nice and set. And look at Omier run. What strength. This is a great pass, and Omier is down the court. He's looking all the way. Nijel.
Here's 7 to shoot, and Poplar on the drive, in traffic, got it. Left hand move for Philadelphia's Wooga Poplar.
Poplar just takes the ball and drives right by Nickel. Nickel is, he's big enough.
Nickel right around the top on the drive. Poteet the rebound and the layup.
Everybody can get that percentage.
On the drive, Poplar had it blocked by Poteet. Defensive stop by the Hokies. Turns the floor for Pedulla's quick drive and scoop. 18 for Sean Pedulla, who's been on a burner as of late,
That's
too.
a great job by Nickel in a battle against, I think that was Matthew Cleveland that he knocked the ball away from.
5 minutes gone, second half. Inside pass, catch and score. Robbie Barron's got 8 tonight. First 2-point goal.
Miami really ramping up the defensive pressure.
Pedulla all the way to the basket on George.
And that was against a 6'7" player. But here on this particular replay, George is trying to guard Pedulla, and Pedulla just drives into it.
Pack working on Jaden Young. Tough assignment for Poplar's 3. Got it. Wooga Poplar now has 8, 5 in the second half. And a full house looking on. Inside, Kidd, who got off to a hot start and adds to it here in this second half. 6 of his 8 points.
Little hook shot.
Barron. Here's Collins. He briefly took a look in. Here's Nickel. Barron to catch. Missed it. Kidd the dunk follow. 10 for Lynn Kidd. My goodness. Lynn Kidd has been the second half scoring. Joseph with 15 to shoot. We're 9 minutes old. High arcing runner, no good. Omier follows the miss. 8 for Norchad Omier from Bluefields in Nicaragua. Miami back in front of basket. Nickel inside for Kidd, who's got 8 to lead the Hokies. What a move and score by Lynn Kidd.
That was a great tip away by Collins. Pack was lining up to shoot a transition 3.
Well, there's the 3 on cue.
Doesn't matter. Well, the 3 has been a much bigger weapon for Miami in this half, and Nijel Pack.
Here's the give for Kidd. Bounce pass. Pedulla, 3 for the tie. Sean Pedulla now, 23 in the ball game. Being injured in the first half the other night and wins these victory against Clemson. Keyshawn George back on the floor. Remember, he picked up the foul. Come back out there for Coach Larinaga. There's Omier with the left hand. Sean Pedulla forced the Miami turnover. Barron lost it on the way up, and it's tapped out.
Tip.
And here is Cleveland. He is fouled by Barron, and will get a couple of free throws.
Boy, Pedulla just saved a basket right there. Tipped the ball when they had a wide open backdoor cut.
Cleveland on the drive and gets around Poteet for the bucket. 8.5, 20 in the game.
And now he's matched up against Pedulla defensively.
Missed the three, chases down his own miss, tries again and hits. My heavens. Long is on the floor, and there's a steal by Omier, and he will dunk it down with two hands.
This is just a very weak pass by Mekhi Long. Not that they can't guard, but everybody talks about their offense.
Omier lost it. Out of there comes Nickel. Leaves it for Kidd in the dunk.
And Nickel, he's going to the basket, and he doesn't have any options except Lynn Kidd.
Pedulla. Out front Long. Lob for Kidd and the catch and score. What a second half for Lynn Kidd. 2-point game. Poplar lines up a three and hits. Wooga Poplar 7.5, 10 in the ball game now. Miami back to a 5-point edge.
Really good on the inside. Poplar, he's pretty good from the outside. We got ourselves a game going right down to the wire.
Out front, Collins a line drive three. Wow. Just his 7th of the year, Dan. Skip for George. He'll launch from the logo and bank it in. Wow, what a big shot for the freshman, Keyshawn George. Right?
Well, he's on the end of the logo right there. But he was looking for a screen.
Got it from Collins. Standing in the logo. Now on the drive. Scoop right hand. Good.
Oh. Pack shooting it.
Sure is. He'll take it foul line. Runner right hand. Good. Nijel Pack. 18 now in the ball game in Miami.
A lot of confidence in George. Yeah, Pack's the guy you want to handle the ball.
And Poplar.
How about this?
Who'll feed Omier and get one more because he's fouled. Third and the 8th on the Hokies.
And Virginia Tech trying to pressure in the backcourt, and Miami, all you're defending is the three-point line.
Yep, and here is Pedulla working against Cleveland. He'll launch from the logo again and hit. How about that?
Well, how do you defend that?
33 for Pedulla now. Building in the league up. Look at this. Standing in the C in clinic.
Wow.
Here's Long right back to Sean Pedulla. He'll line one up, try to lean into Omier. It'll bound away, and Miami gets a critical road win, Dan. What a win for Jim Larinaga.
A win they needed desperately.
Sure did.